Hello everyone and welcome to my little beginners tutorial series for Goo. This tutorial series will be especially for people who are not into competitive RTS already, and we will focus on QuickScript, which the maps for that you can download in the link below. It's required for the mod. And yeah, let's get started. And like every exciting video, we start in the options menu. But don't worry, it's just a small adjustment. And as you can see, we have the factory queue over here. And normally it just takes your first line of the keyboard all the way. But you cannot reach that far with your keyboard hand alone. So what I do is I split it up like here and go for the second row. So if you do not know how to set up your hotkeys, just do it like I have here and you will be totally fine. And next up, let's talk about what we will be doing here. So as I mentioned before, we play on QuickScript. All you need are the maps, which again will be linked below. And yeah, I will teach you from the very start what to do if you are not really familiar with competitive RTS at all. And I will start out with probably 4 videos per race. So this is the human tutorial. And yeah, what we learned today is just the bare basics of how to properly control the game and how to just beat the best AI, which is not cheating. So for practice in general, I recommend the hard AI because the harder ones are cheating, and thus they kind of they force you into building turrets and stuff, which you don't want to do that much in actual multiplayer gameplay. The race of the opponent does not matter here, and the strategy doesn't matter either. And let's just jump into the first game. So the strategy I will show you today is has the point of just improving your mechanics so that you know how to do all the important stuff, I guess. It's not really a strategy which you want to use against other players, but I will make beginner strategies for every matchup in the next 4 videos. So the first one is just generally mechanics, and the next 4 ones will be for each matchup. Okay, once you are in the game, the first thing first, you do not want to use your mouse to click stuff on here. At the start it might be uncomfortable to use the keyboard, but just trust me and just stick with the keyboard. So right as the game starts, you want to hit Q, Q and Q, and place down your first refinery. Then we will see our resources here. You want to place your first extractor on the right side, so you can fit 2 plus 10 extractors here. Now our first refinery is done, and the first thing we do is just place down another one. And notice how I just used the keys, which you can see down here, Q, Q, Q.
Trident online.
Yeah, we can ignore our trident at the start, it's not really important right now. And the next thing we do is we place down some conduits, which is QQE, and just drag them like this. And now we want to start, let's say 3 factories. Q, W, Q. Now I hold down Shift, click here, and click here. Shift makes it so I can chain the building commands together to build them all at once. Now I select all my factories with a double click, hold Control and 4. Now I have all my factories on the 4 hotkey, control group, which you always want to have your factories on a control group.
Coordinates received.
So you have them always available, and you can just rearrange your rally points like you want. And you can later on pause them if you need to. We will get to that later. Now we select the factory, hold down Shift, and hit Q 3 times. Now they all will automatically produce revolvers basically forever, which is exactly what we want. The strategy today is literally just spamming revolvers while growing our eco and factory count, because this is the baseline which you need, and after that you can do your fancy strategy. But if you can do this is the requirement to do everything else in this game.
Unit ready.
And now we just build units for now. Right now we're not doing much, we're just waiting, because we still have a positive income rate. We will be able to soon build another refinery here. We are under attack. Quickly select our units and attack move. Always attack move behind the enemy if you want to attack. Do not right click their units, that's also a mistake newer players often make. Okay, now we select our factories because we want to build another refinery, but they cost a lot, so we don't want the factories to drain our money right now. So we hold Alt V. Now they are all stopped. We build another refinery.
Beginning construction.
By the way, if you have not the refinery not selected, you can hit S on your keyboard to just place an extractor from an idle refinery.
Revolver online.
Now our third refinery is up here.
Refinery complete.
And we continue with Alt V again, our revolver production here. And now we want to have 2 more factories.
Constructing.
Again, Shift to queue those factories. Now we hit 4 to select the factories we have already. We hold Shift and we can click on those factories. And now Control 4, and they are saved now as well in the 4 control group. As you can see, this is right now all about the mechanics of the game, building stuff up, your economy, your factories, your units. The big strategy part will come in the next videos. Okay, now the factories are done. We hit 4 again, Shift Q, and now those 2 build revolvers as well. And yeah, the AI you can see already. It is the hardest AI, that's not cheating, but they just don't have enough units to handle this.
Understood. Plotting course. Oh yeah.
And now, I think it's time to attack. So I just assume he's in the bottom left because that's kind of where his units came from. I just select all my units, hit A, left click, and just let them do their thing. They will deal with it for now. Obviously, later on you have to control your units properly, individually, but right now that's not what we want to focus on. Let's build another refinery. So we click 4, Alt V again to stop them, build another refinery here, bring one of our revolvers down there so we can place the extractor.
Operational. Awaiting instruction. Combat ready.
Now we hit F on our keyboard again, left click, and continue the production of our revolvers. And let's build 2 more factories. Shift, and the same thing over again. And I was wrong, the enemy is not here, doesn't matter, we just send them over here.
Conduit cross complete.
And yeah, all we are doing is just build more and more stuff, because this is just good practice to get those keyboard commands down, and once you're capable with those, you can expand to the next video.
Unit ready. Unit in
Oh,
production.
Stalker's coming there, let's just send those units down there to deal with that.
Factory
The
complete.
factories are done, again 4, Shift, Q,
Unit in production.
and once the next one is done, again Shift, Q,
Unit under attack.
and they are all still auto-producing those revolvers.
Factory complete.
Armistice override.
Unit ready.
You're just sending those over there in case they're in the
Unit
top
in
right.
production.
Yeah, it seems like the beta base is in... Oh no, never mind, there it is. And yeah, I mean, we can control them now, like, that's a good idea to focus the refinery, but that's not the point of the video right now. It's just about building stuff. Now we select with 4 our factories. See, one of the advantages of the control groups is I don't even have to look at my base to control the factories. Now right click here, and all my units that I build from now on will walk over there. And we can send those in manually there as well.
Unit ready.
You can see all of them that are produced now, they just walk on their own over to the enemy. And yeah, this is basically it with the first tutorial video. Keep in mind, if you do this like 4 or 5 times in a row and you just focus to use those keyboard commands properly, you will get the hang of it and do it basically automatically later on when you want to play with other people's or execute more complex strategies.
Unit ready.
Yeah, the AI will never give up because it doesn't like to give up, I guess.
Unit under attack.
But yeah, I think I can end the tutorial here. So yeah, there will be tutorials next up for human as well, for every matchup, a simple build order so you can play against other people without dying to some rushes and stuff like that, so that you have a good starting point there. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.
Unit in production.